Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Testnaut channel. Thanks so much for being with us here again. It is MacPhail month. This year in August, MacPhail month has been selected for our clan calendar. We've been doing one clan 1 month of the year as we have 12 clans, 12 months in the calendar. So with me today is John Mackfall. He's the newly named chairman of the Clan Chattan Association, and he's the founder and president of the Clan MacPhail Society. Uh, just about a week and a half ago, he was named to the Clan Chattan Council at the annual general meeting in Inverness, Scotland. Welcome, John. Thanks so much for being back on the Touch Knot.
No, thank you, Ray. Thank you for having me.
So congratulations. Quite a busy week and weekend, I'm sure. Quite a whirlwind, I suppose.
Yeah, I have been chairman previously. I was
Mhm.
chairman back in 2019 at the start of the COVID pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope that's not an omen. Um, so I have been chairman previously, yes. And obviously president of Clan MacPhail for uh, 35 years. Quite a
Yes.
long time now. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Quite a journey. And Jamie MacPhail has been named your vice chair on the council. So we've two MacPhails at the forefront for is it 2 years? How is it?
3 years, I believe.
3 years.
Yeah, Jamie's happily agreed to be the vice chair. So between us, hopefully we can push our recognition a little bit further for the future possible commander of Clan MacPhail for all the MacPhails. Um, with two of us out there, I'm hoping that will happen. Plus all the work we've got to do for the Clan Chattan Association. Um, which they've sent me a massive agenda, really. So we've got a lot of work to do in the next couple of years to get us where we need to be at this time.
Indeed, I know. I have not met Jamie. I don't know him too well, but I know that he was over here in the U.S. This year, probably to talk up a little bit about your search for a commander, perhaps. And he was at the Grandfather Mountain Games, I believe it was.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
He attended there, and with all the great people that help across in America to help run clan tents in most of the games now. We have Cindy McIntosh that comes in and she generally runs the majority of the Clan Hatton ones.
yes,
Uh, we have Diana um, who comes now with some of her family to help out to put the MacPhail, MacPhail clan events and tents on for that as well. Jamie came across to help with that at Grandfather Mountain. So I understand it was a great success. Um, and especially, we've got other people also in America that help out. Um, and definitely yourself. And I have to say, from the Clan Chattan Association Council, they would like to send a special thank you to yourself, Ray, for all the work you do on YouTube, promoting the association. Um, and Denise McIntosh sent her best wishes to you.
oh, thank
And
you.
one day we would like to hopefully see you across here.
Oh, so nice to hear that, John. Thank you so much for that recognition. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope Jamie was able to see while he was here the feeling we have here, the camaraderie, the fellowship. It's a feeling here that I hope he got a little hold, a little grab a hold of the charge that's happening here,
Yeah,
and felt a little of it to take back home with him, what we're trying to do here. And I don't know that it's certainly not a mirror image of anything happening in Scotland, um, but a complementary image, perhaps.
Well,
the way we do it.
I would tend to think that the events in America will be vastly bigger.
Yes.
You have thousands and thousands of people attending these events, with many, many attractions going on at the same time. Um, the ones in Scotland, to be fair, are usually reasonably local events for local people.
Hmm.
Uh, and then obviously we do have the people that tour around in the bands and doing the Highland dance and of course the games. So, but the
Right.
majority will be the local people. So where we might get maybe a couple of thousand an event, you have tens of thousands.
Yes.
So there's a large difference.
Yes, as well, our clan societies here are much bigger to a point. The 12 Hatton clans here, we rarely see them all in one venue, of course, but we try to keep them represented as much as we can do that, whether it's with an actual tent or not, or just a fellowship, like I say. I try to keep in contact and communicate very regularly with a lot of the other associations, which are clan targeted, right? Single clan targeted in our 12, which I have relationships with many of those people, and that's been very nice. And they're
Yeah,
helping me out do what I do. Everyone know that on the council, that all those people are involved too. It's not just me over here, but I do
I,
appreciate your words.
I think the difficulty with Clan Hatton is that it's a confederation of clans, and of course everyone has their own clan within that,
Yes,
and where most of their energy and time goes for their own clan, which is understandable.
of course.
Myself with Clan MacPhail, so it's perfectly understandable. So when it comes to actually running events and doing work for Clan Hatton, um, it's much harder because we have to bring people in and we have to get people dedicated to supporting Clan Hatton rather than their individual clans, which takes a lot of organizing and a lot of work. It really does.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to instill a feeling that, that I already have, that actually it's the opposite of what I do, but when I'm representing Hatton, I'm representing the 12, and I like the people to know that when they're representing one of the 12, they're representing Hatton.
Yeah,
Uh, which they are. It's just there's a little bit of a block there. You're right, to get through, a little bit of a roadblock, a
yeah.
little bit of well, you just got your priorities is what it is. But Hatton is certainly, they wouldn't be there without Hatton or it without them. So that's just how that is.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a confederation originally for security. Um, they defended each other. They intermarried. They Everything was around all the 12 clans, not just obviously the larger one for protection. So yeah, I kind of agree. One wouldn't exist without the other.
Mm. Of course, and some people it's just a educational or that kind of thing. Some really do have no idea what that is. For sure, they know it may be somewhat related, but they really don't know of its importance or
Yeah,
its standing in the whole history of all the clans. I was reading in your book here, the clan fail history of a people. This is John's book, my friends. It talks about the possibility that the fails come from a Paul Chattan in Le Cabre, uh, who who may have been part of the original Clan Hatton, right? The Catanachs were
yeah.
before the marriage between Ava and Angus. I'm trying to say Ava now, by the way. Philip Beddoes, hope you heard that. It's not Eva anymore. I'm trying to say Ava, if I can. The marriage there sort of has a timeline to it right now, or a mark to it, we might say. That's a point in the line, a little speck in the line we think of before and after, and the Catanachs were much previous to that point.
Yes, absolutely. Um, it's all very difficult to prove
Hmm.
and evidence from things that were, over 1,000 years ago. It's very difficult, but the evidence that does survive and the stories that are told, um, there were four tribes, clans in the original um, Clan Hatton, and they were, my understanding, Macpherson, MacBain, MacPhail, and Catanack.
Hmm.
And they were the four original ones on the western side of Scotland,
Uh-huh.
Lochaber, and in 1291, reportedly, the daughter of the chief of Clan Hatton married the chief of Macintosh, and became the chief of everything, and then moved all the tribes, all the clans over to the eastern side of Scotland,
Yes.
and especially into Strathnairn area. And it would only be natural that many people would not want to move across the country with their belongings and leaving behind everything that they have and own. Um,
Right.
it would be unlikely that too many moved over. And I know with the MacPhails, with the history research that's been done, that many stayed behind because
Okay.
originally a lot of them were around Fassy Fern, which is not far from Fort William, near Glenfinnan,
Yep.
and they will have remained there. And eventually they will have come under Clan Cameron because they were the larger clan around that area. They will have taken protection and worked with them.
I see.
On the country, there was MacPhails that stayed there and came under Clan Campbell,
Mm.
and the others will have moved across into Strathnairn bit by bit. And of course, the family that we recognise as the Chiefly family in Strathnairn settled in Varani in Strathnairn and became the what we recognise as the Chiefly family. We've got a lot of work to progress that, to get
Yes.
them more recognised by Lord Lyon in Scotland,
Hmm.
so that this family are recognised as the true past chiefs of MacPhail under in Clan Hatton,
Okay.
in Strathnairn, and that's what we're claiming. That's what we're pushing for, and we're trying to. We are the last of the 12 uh, clans to get recognition from Lord Lyon.
Is that
Uh,
right?
we're the very last one. All the rest are recognised with recognised chiefs. MacGillivray, the last one who've got a commander at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh, they will eventually, hopefully, be able to move to have a chief.
Hmm.
Um, and we're in the same process. We're finding it very difficult at the moment because we are the last of Clan Hatton to do this. Uh, but we're hoping to get that recognition seen for what was there in the past. Everything's in place. We're in every history book possible. We've been with Clan Hatton since time began.
Yes.
So all the evidence is there, the history is there. It's just getting them recognised formally so that we can once again have a chief. And we are working towards that. Currently, the Clan Fail is designing and creating a new website, which we will have all the information on that people will require regarding ourselves. And there will be a page on there designated people to sign up to say
Mm.
that they also support a family convention uh, in Scotland, so that the Lord Lyon will hopefully one day allow us to gather together, have a convention, and select a commander. Now,
Okay.
if we are lucky enough to get a commander, then after 5 years of having a commander, we can then go to the next stage of producing a chief.
Okay. So a convention is an active state while a commander is in while you're trying to find a commander.
Yeah, the family convention is a meeting where
Okay.
the Lord Lyon sends his designated person to attend,
I see.
and we try to at that meeting you try to get an agreement with everybody to select one person as commander for the next 5 years. Um,
I
and
see.
then that goes back to the Lyon office for Lord Lyon to acknowledge and agree. If we get that far, that's what we're aiming for. And then 5 years down the line after that, we're hoping we could then select a chief to carry on the clan and keep it going.
I see. So that's a very important point that the Lion would designate one of his subordinates. I only know one buzzword there. The word is pursuivant. But
Right?
he selects one of his lieutenants or a sort, right, to the
Yeah,
case, which is what you need him to recognize it as a
absolutely.
case in motion, right? Which is what's
No,
going on.
absolutely.
I see.
We almost got there 18 months ago.
Yes, I
Uh,
see that.
we did everything that was possible, that was required of us to do. We did that, and we sent that into the Lyon office, and it went no further. So there's more work to be done. But
Okay.
we've got to remember that the only reason that this is all happening is because um, the last person we recognise as chief, um, he was the last of his family that we were aware of. He died in Australia in 1906.
Mm.
So there was no family line to follow on. So we've had a massive gap. Um, and we're hoping to correct that back up again. And if we can find a member of the family that is still around, or well, not around, but a descendant of the family from that time, then they will be the people we're trying to search down and find, because that would be really helpful.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're allowed to elect one. Otherwise,
Right. Yet failing him, the convention or the whole Lord Lyon process allows you to go in another direction if need be.
yeah, absolutely. It's down to Lord Lyon. He controls it completely. But the
Yep.
normal process would be you have a commander for 5 years, and then you can select a chief.
Right.
And clearly, a chief would need to be um, someone who is young enough that's likely to have a family, so that can be passed on
Yes.
indefinitely. You know, so that's the aim. That's what we're hoping to do. It's a difficult road, a very difficult one, and we've been on with it for some time, and we're not going to give up yet. We're going to keep going. Yeah. Or
Good
it
to
could be
hear.
someone who's got a family already and
Okay, sure. I see.
has
Yes.
children already.
All right.
That would be ideal as well.
All
But
right.
they've really got to be able to have descendants. Otherwise, there's nothing hereditary to pass on.
I can see why it's important to have someone like the Lion involved that is extremely, let's just say, neutral and has no, what I would say, dog in this fight, right? Someone like you and I would say, well, look at this evidence right here. Look, come on, what do you say? Obvious. It's obvious we should go forward, but someone like him needs to be completely, let's say, sterile in all this, right? And just take the facts for what they are
Yeah.
without any emotion or heritage involved or anything like that.
Well, he has solicitors in the legal department that look into all the details and everything and examine everything. And if we are fortunate one day to be acknowledged, then we will get there and get through all of that. But the evidence is there. The history is there. We're only claiming that the family in Strathnairn, the MacPhail family there, are the rightful, in our view, the rightful chiefs of the MacPhails of Inverani in Strathnairn. We're
Mhm.
not claiming that they're the chief of every single MacPhail in the world. That's for other people to decide if they wish to be part of that. Um, and there are, as I say, there's two other um, groups of MacPhails in the world. One came under Cameron, and one came under Campbell. And
Yes.
there's also another group which of MacPhails which were in Sutherland in the northern parts of Scotland, which were actually not related to any of the others at all. They're
Oh,
Mackay. They come under, I think the um, the MacPhail there was a Paul Mackay, um, and he was the second son of the chief. So the MacPhails, Paulsons, and some other variations of the name
mhm.
in the Sutherland area, if you trace your family back to that area, they would be Mackays. They would not be uh,
Aye.
MacPhails as we know them.
I see. Well, I have a feeling when the Lord Lion sees you've all regrouped and are back knocking on the front door, he'll take a look. He'll take a larger microscope out to this.
I'm really hoping so. I've got a very good team behind us. Some well-recognized people who are fighting our corner, and hopefully we can get this information through and one day, just one day, get it resolved. I say we are the last. The McGilverys were the previous clan that got recognised. They've got a commander now,
Yes.
and soon, hopefully, they will select a chief and they can move forward. So we're going through the same process. They lost their chief a long time ago, left a massive gap, and we have to all prove it again. So
Yes, my good friend Ron McGilvray here in New England is uh, very close in communication with Ian McGilvray, the commander, and is very in touch with what he does when he comes over here to the U.S. So Ron lives just here near me. We were at most of the games together, which is nice. So I have my
yeah,
finger on the pulse of McGilvray too, if I can. I only have 10 fingers yet. I have 12 pulses to keep on, which is it's proving a little tough, John, but I do what I can.
I know Ian McGilvery reasonably well. I see him occasionally,
Uh-huh.
uh, and again, he's on the council for Clan Hatton.
Okay.
Haven't seen him at the meetings for the last 6 months, so he needs to, if he's listening to this, needs to get himself to the next council meeting. He's required.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I was just about to ask you if you can give us a little bit of a characterization of the Clan Hattan Association Council and not necessarily who is there now, but perhaps, but what sort of makeup it is required of it and that sort of thing, and what it does.
Yeah, well, all the clan chiefs are um, part of the council.
Okay,
Naturally, they've got a permanent post there.
I see.
Um, the John McIntosh of McIntosh is the president of it as
Hmm.
chief of Clan McIntosh.
I see. Yeah.
Um, all the other chiefs, I would say 50% of them attend regular to the council meetings. It all depends on distance of where they live, etc., and what
Sure.
they can do and can't do. The rest of the council is made up of elected people from the association, most of them with vast experience. Vast experience. There's one person on there that's been on longer than myself. That's Rex Davidson
Oh,
from
yes.
Canada.
Okay.
Rex is a great historian and he's doing some very vital work at the moment for the association. Um, he's he's creating and putting in the evidence and work along with Richard McBain of McBain,
Yes.
Clan MacPhail.
Hmm.
They're creating a plan, a map of all the families and clans in the Clan Hatton territories, the battles they've had, where they've been, what they've been doing right across Britain.
Wow.
And they're doing a map of, literally the land they owned, where they lived at certain times, etc., for all the 12 clans, which is a vast piece of work over
Mm.
hundreds of years of where they've all been. It's a vast piece
Wow.
of work, and they're on with that at the moment. It's looking really good, and
Mm.
eventually that will be on the Clan Hatton website eventually for people to inspect and check up on. So yeah, some great work, and Rex is a stalwart of the association. He's been on there 40 some years,
Ah,
uh, which beats my 34, I think, years on the council. So yeah, he knows his stuff.
great. Well, this is just going back to what I was trying to say about I want people to feel that Hatton's part of them and they're part of Hatton. This is what it is, folks. The Clan Hatton chiefs are involved in the Clan Hatton Council, working together on projects here and there, on committees, such as any organization would do. But these are the heads in some cases, not the chiefs, but the leaders of clans on the Clan Hatton Association Council getting together and getting things done for the betterment of all of us and our children and grandchildren is what's going on, John,
Yeah,
literally.
and this is one of the priorities that I've taken on being the chairman, and that is we have to attract uh, the younger generation to come and join us.
Yes.
We want them on council. We want them advising us. We want them being part of everything we do. Um, and that is one of the goals is to attract more younger people to be able to come and tell us what they need out of it. Tell us how they want things to go in the future because they are the future. Um, the rest of us that are on the council, we've kind of kept it going for this long and done amazing. A lot of them have absolutely amazing. Some of the work that some of them have done, but there has to be a future of it, and without attracting more younger people, things will come to an end. So we have to move forward, and that's one of the priorities that myself and Jamie have been given, and that is to attract as many young people as possible to speak to us, advise us, be members, you know,
Yep.
be proud of their own clans, obviously, but also proud of the larger family of Clan Hatton.
Yes. Without which those clans they're proud of an individual basis may not exist, or certainly not as in the form they do today.
No, absolutely. Other clans would have taken their lands and moved in, and you know, with unity and joined together, they've managed to survive all this time. And of course, very, very active now. I've got to say the one clan that always absolutely amazes me is Clan MacPherson. They are absolutely brilliant. They know how to actually have a clan running that's live. They bring their families in from the day they're born.
Yep.
They bring them to all the events. They grow up with it. It's their schooling. They come into it. They know everybody from small babies. The current chief, Jamie, I've known him since he was probably 6 or 7.
Is that right? Wow.
Coming to the event,
Yeah.
to all the gatherings,
Right.
and now his children are doing exactly the same, and they've got it. They've got it perfect. They know how to bring the next generation on, and they're the future, and they're now taking over these roles, and they're running the job, and it's great to see. Um, I would wish the best to them forever, but I really wish that we could get the same enthusiasm from the children, the small ones, to come in and do that for Clan Hatton. We need more of it.
Of course, I can't see someone saying to their child at 20 years old, "Well, this is who you are and what you are." They'll say, "What's this then? What's this then? What's this? Where's this
Yeah.
been?
No,
Where have you
absolutely.
been hiding this?"
Yeah.
Um,
I think doing Scottish genealogy, especially clan related, um, the majority of people probably find it through doing their own research of following their own family back and see where they came from. That's
yes.
probably the majority of people. But those that have actually grown up with it
Hmm.
uh, from birth, um, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
It is. With my channel that we're on right now and other things, I've tried to bring some of the Hatton message into I don't know about the future, into the present, really. Facebook, somewhat on Instagram. It's a little bit slower there, but things move faster there, so the message is a little bit different. It has to be um, in YouTube, of course. Um, I'm hoping that if I start to use these vehicles, I can get some help from yourself and others to tailor the message a little bit better for what the association wants. I might have gotten the vehicle started, but that doesn't mean I have the right cargo on here yet to get younger generations connected to this, which is what I really
Yeah.
would love to do.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got to work through this. We've got to work together right across the world um, to try and bring on the next generation. It's so important. But we'll get there. We'll do it. Um, yeah. Most of the chiefs, there's a whole generation of new chiefs coming along or has come along,
Yes.
and they've all got young families now as well. So I
Hmm.
know that Jamie McPherson has Ian Shaw of Tordarroch. He has younger children.
Oh,
Um, there's quite a few of them now, so it's great to see that them coming along, and we need more involvement from them as well in Clan Hatton, not just in their own clans, which is something I'll try to persuade them to do.
right. Yeah, Ian Shaw just friended me on Facebook this week. In fact, hope to hear from you soon, Ian. I hadn't known him very much at all, but he just friended me, so perhaps we'll talk soon. I don't
Yeah,
know if you was he at the AGM?
yeah, I spoke to Ian
Oh,
very recently, and I did advise him to get in touch. He'd be
wi-
a very good person to interview. Very interesting.
oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah, when Clan Shaw comes back up on the board, we'll do that. That's fantastic.
absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
What's the next Highland Games that they're holding in? in America this August?
Well, just this Saturday, I'll be in Vermont, which is just north of me here by about 3.5 hours. 3.5 hour drive, Vermont. It's called Quechee. It's a small gathering up there in a meadow and what they call the polo fields. It's a beautiful place there. Later on, then in September, I'll be at the Loon Mountain Games. It's a 3-day event in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Also about 3.5 hours from me here north, in another
Yeah,
direction north. After that, I'll be at Connecticut in New England here in October for what they call the Scotland Connecticut Games. It's changed its name to Brooklyn, its town to Brooklyn, Connecticut, but for years it was in this nearby town of Scotland. So, and then I'll just about wind down at the end of October here, John.
yeah. I think the majority of the ones in Scotland now have either been on or are coming to an end at the end of August. We don't have
Mhm.
very much past the end of August, so I would think we're coming to an end over here. But the weather in Britain has been unbelievable this year. We've had fantastic sunny weather all
Hmm.
year. Since March, we've
Right.
had, I think we're on our fourth heat wave since March.
Wow.
We've had temperatures of over 30 to up to 34, I believe, in some places,
Wow.
which is unheard of. We don't get weather like that in Britain, and we've
Right.
had so little rain. I know the farmers won't be happy about this, and the gardeners, but although to be fair, the trees, everything look fantastic at the moment. I don't think the fruit's as big as it would normally be, but
Yes.
the country has had some great weather. Depends if you like hot weather or not. If you like hot, dry weather, it's the first time since 1976 we've actually had some,
Huh.
because our summers can be, you know, nice and sunny at 25 degrees 1 minute and then rain or hailstone or snow coming down at any time in the future. It's and heavy winds. So
Right.
it's very difficult in Britain to plan ahead because the weather is always changing. But this year has been unbelievable. You've I ride a lot of motorcycles. I'm a keen motorcyclist,
Uh-huh.
and I've been nearly able to take my motorcycle out every day since the end of March. That is just unheard of. Unheard of. We don't get weather like that. So yeah, from myself and many others, it's been a fantastic weather so far this year. It is changing at the moment. It's come a lot cooler. It's down to probably 20 degrees now
Hmm.
in the daytime, and nighttime's getting down into the low teens. So it is changing at the moment. We would have liked to have another couple of months of hot weather, but I don't. I've got a funny feeling that's not going to happen.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
perhaps it's a favorable portent for the influx of Phil to the forefront of the Clan Chattan Council.
Well, last time I was chair, we did have COVID, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's not going to be a plague this time.
You're making up for it, that's all. Bringing the sunshine. Sunshine's good for the lungs.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've only about 4 or 5 minutes left here, I think, John.
Yeah, I mean, I would also like, there's a few other people I'd like to thank also for all the
Sure.
work they do. Um, Barry MacPhail does a lot of work in America at gatherings and Highland Games, and I know he does a lot of work. I haven't spoken to him for a little while, but I wish him well. Um, and also the colleagues back in Scotland that have been helping us to get the MacPhail Chiefs recognised, Elizabeth McGilvery, and many others. So I kind of thank all of them as well for their hard work. And let's keep going forward and get to where we need to be with everything. And also make sure that my next few years as chairman for Clan Chattan Association is going to be a very productive one and put some good events on and invite many, many more people to come and join us.
Lovely. So the best place for someone to get involved or to keep track of the developments with the Clan Phil uh, chiefship search
Yeah,
would be the Clan Phil Society on Facebook, would it?
yeah. The Facebook one at the moment, we have the Clanfail um, page on there.
Yep.
Um, we update it when we have things to say. We
Hmm.
will have a website out again. We had one many years ago, um, and it was hijacked and taken from us, and all the information was destroyed by a company in Asia, which wasn't very good, but we couldn't get it back.
Ah,
So we're having a new one built now. It'll be up and going soon. But the best way really is to join the Clan Chattan Association. The website is there. It's a
mhm.
really good website. It's informative. It's got all the 12 clans on there. Um, and that's the best place to start. Join them as a member, get to know what's going on everywhere, and then come and join in all the events and things right across the world, really.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for being here today, John MacPhail. I appreciate your time, and you get so much going around in your head just to get things going and off the ground for the council, I know. And thanks for coming on and fitting me in. Like you said, it might be tough, but you'll do your best. And thank you for doing
No,
that.
no, thank you for having me and thank you for listening to me. Thank you very much. And keep up the great work.
Alrighty, John MacPhail, everyone from the Clan MacPhail Society, and he's a newly minted chairman of the Clan Hatton Association Council. Thank you again, John.
No, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Touch not.